Born in 1995, Agnes Tirop was one of Kenya's most promising athletes. She won 10,000-meter bronze at the World Championships in both London and Doha before going on to break the world 10K record in Germany in September 2021. It seemed bigger successes were just around the corner as she approached her prime. But then, tragedy struck. The 25-year-old was brutally murdered in her home in Western Kenya, with many believing the killing was a prime example of a gender-based violence attack. To honor her memory and to create awareness surrounding the circumstances of her death, Tirop's training partner, Joanne Chelimo, along with other female athletes and friends, founded Tirop's Angels, an organization that provides support for GBV survivors. And 3 years on, it's focused on tackling one of its root causes.
One of the contributing factors is the sociocultural. The gender roles that our communities have planted, that the man is man, the woman is woman. The woman, you're supposed to stay there, you are provided. And the man, you are there to look for. But in the other level is that you go run and the money belongs to who? To this man. That's why he's your husband. He's the one to manage the houses. He's the one to manage the accounts. But you are the one who is running for that money.
To try to change norms, the program has reached out to the younger generation.
This is a program that when we talk about gender-based violence, when you go to schools there, we have very young children, even the age of between 6 to 11 to 15. They really don't understand what is gender-based violence, what to do, the protocols that the procedures that they need to follow in just if they encounter maybe a friend has been defiled or something has happened to him. What happens? Who do you report to? How to protect the evidence? How to report to the police station? How to share the information to the people they trust, so that we are able to curb the issues of sexual gender-based violence, especially to the young children.
Despite the alarming statistical figures on gender-based violence against women, Tirop's Angels hopes to continue making its contribution in curbing the vice.
To ensure that everyone will know his or her own rights. That you are entitled for property, you are entitled for money, whether men or women. To ensure that everyone will be aware of all the warning signs of gender-based violence. How will I identify gender-based violence? Will pointing at me, will shouting at me, will even dominating my property be a sign of, yeah.
Behind me is the house where Olympian Agnes Tirop's body was found on the 13th of October 2021. 3 years on from the tragic murder, Tirop's Angels stands as a beacon of hope that gender-based violence can eventually be eradicated from the self-styled home of champions, not just among athletes, but the community at large. Mohamed Abubakar for CGTN, E10, Kenya.
And for more on the fight against gender-based violence in Kenya, CGTN got a chance to sit down with John Chelimo, who we just heard from.
I decided to form Tirop Angels because Agnes was my friend. She was also my training partner, and she was living near, just 200 meters away from me. I knew her as a person, and I felt like something needs to be done. I could not just sit there and just mourn and cry. I'm so proud of where Tirop Angels has come from, because setting up an office here means so much to us. It is easily accessible. As you could see, it's a very strategic place, just opposite the police station. Also, the lives that we have saved more than 20 lives. People have come, athletes have come out and saying whatever the struggles they're going through. So we are so proud of having our own team, our own structure, counselors, and saving lives, because Agnes' murder was just not only, it was sad, but it was a wake-up call. And it has, wherever she is right now, she's happy because we have saved life out of Agnes' murder. Being a mother and having a daughter is, I do this because of not only her, but also the women and the girls out there. I ran for a cause. I want to create a safe space for them where girls can just be girls. They can have their coaches as female coaches. Not only we're in a space where it's dominated by male coaches. and male massage therapists, and this is where the abuse comes from all these perpetrators who come to attend and want to take advantage. They should know their rights. Nobody should manipulate them on giving them apparel in exchange for many things, because exploitation from either their partners or coaches. So it's just creating a safe space where just women to be women and have their rights, stand up for themselves, teach them about education on financial literacy and be independent. Female athletes have been winning gold, and most what is aired internationally is them, just their winnings, but also the struggles that they go through to be champions, and also after becoming champions. So I think also international media should just come out and do whatever you're doing, just to show the dark side of the sport.